folks, well it's time for another wild camp on the South Downs this evening. The weather's a bit rubbish, forecast is dreadful, best described as a bit damp, but nonetheless I've decided I'm going to go anyway. I'm probably going to have to spend quite a lot of time cooped up in the tent this evening, so I'll be glad for your company. And well, we'll get cracking in a minute and I'll bring you back when we're a bit further up the hill and perhaps I've got the tent up. My name's John. I make videos on camping, astronomy and walking for my YouTube channel, The Camping Astronomer. If you enjoy today's video, then please check my channel out. You might find something that interests you there. But in the meantime, let's crack on with today's video. Well, I'm all Gore-Texed up from head to toe. It's actually stopped raining at the moment. So I'm a bit hot actually, because it's a bit of a steep pull. But I'll soon be at the top. This isn't a very long walk at all. It's only about 40 minutes tops, I would say. So yeah, my pack's really heavy yet again. Lightweight camping this isn't. About 18 kilos this time round. Mostly caused by the amount of water that I'm carrying, but also I couldn't get any of the lightweight expedition type food that I normally buy. It's just like hen's teeth at the moment. You can get it on Amazon for about 10 quid, but that's ludicrous. So I've got some proper food to cook tonight, unusually for me. Looks suspiciously like it's perking up a little bit over there. So I'm hoping this is coming in my direction. There's actually a bit of blue sky coming up now, maybe I've hit lucky. Well, I was here a few days ago, sussing the area out, and I think this is going to be my spot. It's well away from the footpath, nobody should come here. There's also wild horses, or ponies that are on this hill to keep the grass down, and there doesn't seem to be any donkey or horse poo or anything around, so I'm hoping they don't come up to this bit. So I think this is going to be where I'm going to stay tonight. Well, that's the tent pretty well pitched. Didn't take too long, considering I was on my own. It's a Vango Torridon 200, which is a 4-season, 2-person tent. I'll just show you a little bit around the outside now. So the main thing about it really is that the poles are all external poles. This is called an exoskeleton. This particular design really has one pole with 2 sort of swinging arms that are attached to it. The fact that it's outside the tent means that basically you just click the outer onto the poles once you've erected them and your tent comes up, so it's really easy. These poles are substantially thicker than those that you get on sort of 2- and 3-season tents, so it's designed to take winds and stuff. I wouldn't necessarily put it on the top of Ben Nevis, but I'll probably go up to 500 metres in it and not worry too much. The inner's already clipped into the outer, so the inside of the tent will already be set up, but I'll let you have a look inside once I've got myself sorted out a bit. And we've got a beautiful sunset over there. over in that direction over there, I reckon, is probably Worthing. I can see the sea. The clouds seem to have well and truly receded. Don't know how well this is going to come out on the video, but there's the moon up there. And the sunset over there. Couldn't really be better, could it? So I think we'll do a little tour of the tent now. As you can see outside, it's beginning to cloud over again now, so I think I might have just hit lucky with the window to get the tent set up. So porch on one side, where I've got water stuff over there, and this is the kitcheny area here. I'm going to try and cook with this flap open. I don't really like cooking in enclosed porches, so hopefully we'll be okay to do that. Got a bit of foil on the ground there in order to stop any sparks landing on the grass, although being fair, it's so wet at the moment it wouldn't make any difference. The reason my pack was so heavy is going to be a bit of a gourmet night tonight, so I've got 2 big bits of rump steak there, a big tomato, that's going to count as vegetable or fruit or whatever a tomato counts as, and a big wodge of Stilton that I'm going to try and put over the steak, along with some seasoning, and I brought a little bottle of wine with me because I don't like slumming it on this channel, as you can tell. And somewhere, oh here we are, somewhere I've got some biscuits to have cheese and biscuits for afters. Tomorrow morning I've got some Rombouts coffee that I can have along with any leftovers from tonight. So all of this lot weighed an absolute ton, but nonetheless is considerably more appetising than your average expedition food. So inside the tent I've got my gym jams here that are merino wool, hat and gloves, my sleeping bag is Mountain Equipment Firewalker 2. It's a synthetic bag and it goes down to about 5 degrees as a comfort level. My mat that you would have seen me blowing up earlier on is an Exped air mat. This is the thick winter weight one. This actually goes down very low, like -11 or something daft like that. Underneath that I've got basically a German Army sniper's mat. That's really there for 2 things. One, to prevent any thorns that I might have put my tent on coming up through the tent and puncturing my airbed, and secondly, if my airbed decides to go down, I've at least got something that I can lie on. The tent has a second porch through here, if I can let it go. There we are, which I would have used, or I possibly will still put my boots out there. Everything's actually quite dry, so I can keep everything inside the tent, which is normally what I like to do if at all possible. The tent is a 2-person tent, so there's absolutely tons of space in here. I've kind of got used to that now, which is a bit of a problem really, because it means that I'm stuck carrying a 2-person tent rather than a 1-person tent. And this tent weighs a ton. It's about 3.5 kilos. You're supposed to keep it to less than 2 really, but as you can see, I quite fancied my luxuries tonight, especially as I'm expecting the weather to be quite poor. Well, that's the steaks on the go. Fantastic. Another minute or 2 and I think we're done. This is a blinking massive dinner, mind you. God knows how I'm going to eat all this lot. Well, I must say that is unbelievably good, and throws into doubt me eating expedition food in the future, which means that I'll be forever doomed to be carrying an 18-kilogram rucksack. But yeah, this is unbelievable. Well, I don't know how well this is going to come out on the video, but that's Worthing below there, the lights just twinkling away. There's the moon, and to the left of that, the bright spot you can see is Jupiter, just next to that, the much dimmer spot, if you can see it, that is Saturn. I think if I'd realised that the sky was going to clear like this, I'd have brought some more astro gear, but nonetheless this is very pretty. And home sweet home. It's a bit chilly outside now, so I'm going to go back in. Well, I'm now back in the tent. It's a little bit chilly now. It's getting a bit breezy outside. Yeah, I was well chuffed with the way that it's panned out this evening, and the skies have cleared up. Seeing Jupiter, Saturn and the moon all in a little line was really nice. Never expected that, so I'm very, very pleased with that. I absolutely stuffed after my dinner. I tried the cheese and biscuits, but I only made it through one. So I'm going to have the rest for my breakfast tomorrow, I think, which is not such a bad thing. So now I'm just going to probably listen to a bit of music, watch the odd YouTube video and call it a night. So yeah, I shall say good night now, and I'll see you in the morning unless anything untoward happens overnight. Morning, it's now just gone 7 o'clock. Turned out to be quite a nice morning this morning. You will have heard the rain overnight. Rained really heavily for 3 or 4 hours. None of it came in here though, so that's good. Yeah, it's beautiful outside at the moment, and it's time to get some coffee on. It's got the mist hanging on to the hills over there. A little bit onto the hillside as well that I'm on, I think. Well, that's the tent packed up now. This is my pitch. Left exactly as I found it. And I've got my rubbish bag there that I'm obviously taking out with me. So we've all got to remember when we go wild camping that we've got to follow the rules, otherwise it will be taken away from us. So that's the tent all packed up. I'm going to head back off to the car now. It's been a much better wild camp than I expected. I thought it was going to rain all the time. So yeah, I'm a bit astonished, to be honest. Had a great time. Thanks very much for joining me. Well, I hope you found that video enjoyable. If you did, it would be great if you could press the like button and maybe make some comments about what you did or didn't like in the comments section below. If you did enjoy it though, maybe have a look at the other videos on my channel, as you may find something of interest to you there. And if so, it would be absolutely fantastic if you could subscribe. That would really help me out. But in the meantime, I wish you well, and cheerio until next time.